Hello guys, welcome back to another video. This time we have Marianne Williamson. She ran in the Democratic primary in the 2020 election. She didn't do too well. She was only like 2% in the polls. But now she's looking like she's going to take on Joe Biden in the Democratic primary, and she's probably going to flame out pretty quickly. I don't really think she's going to win any states against Biden. But there's a what if. What if Biden's health crumbles and Harris decides not to run, and it's just Marianne Williamson versus Biden's health is struggling. That's the only way Williamson could win the primaries if Biden's health falls apart. But still really doubt the Democrats would let her be the nominee. She'd be a very weak one, but it's a hypothetical. Let's go right into it. So let's fill in these safe blue states, and then we're going to do the safe red states. And honestly, Williamson on the issues, she's rather far left. Some a bit further left than Bernie Sanders is. And if you go further left than Bernie, again, we're going to see that it doesn't really work that well on the electoral map. So we're going to start with the first state here. Colorado, still would back Williamson. Oh yeah, let me get into some of the issues Williamson's for. Universal basic income, and she's for reparations for slavery, and with the reparations part, I think that's what's going to tank her in most of these swing states among moderate voters, and especially moderate white voters. But let's go into this. So the state of Texas, again, I don't really think she would really have that much of a chance at winning here. It'd just be a likely margin for Donald Trump. Florida, again, progressives always get destroyed in the state of Florida, really wouldn't have a chance. And Iowa and Ohio, she's so far left on the issues that these states wouldn't even be swing states. Trump would just easily sweep them, especially with the independent voters and her far left policy views. Really wouldn't have a chance here. In New Mexico, I still think she would carry it by a likely margin, but barely. It would only be 6 points. It could even go to lean, honestly. In the southern states of North Carolina and Georgia, North Carolina I think would be about a lean margin, while Georgia would still be about tilt. I could still see her doing well with African American voters, especially with the reparations for slavery part of it, but those white moderate voters in the suburbs, they would bite the bullet and still vote for Trump over Williamson, who's very far, far left on the issues. In Virginia, I could even see this state getting shockingly close. I see it only going to her by a lean margin of like 3 points. This could be a real swing state in the election if she is the nominee. Trump should definitely focus his attention on this state. He could win it over against her. But then again, I could see the anti-Trump crowd coming out here against him, even for a weak nominee like Marianne Williamson. Okay, so the next few states. New Hampshire and Maine. These would both be lean states just because of their opposition towards Donald Trump. I could see them getting a little bit more competitive than usual because she is very far left on the issues. She would still narrowly win Nebraska second. I could see Trump having a real shot here because in this race, he would be the more moderate candidate. So I could see him maybe potentially sniping this district. But again, they really hate him here. In Arizona and Nevada, I just don't think she's the right type of candidate to appeal that well to these states. I think Trump would easily win them against her, probably by both lean margins. Even the state of Arizona, which hates Trump. Well, I could see it maybe going down to tilt because of his opposition, because of the opposition towards him. But then again, those white moderate voters might just go for Trump because Marianne Williamson's very far left on the policy issues, especially reparations for slavery, which is a quite unpopular policy in the United States. Okay, and these remaining Rust Belt states here. I still think she would carry Minnesota, but she would lose Wisconsin and lose Pennsylvania and nearly lose Michigan, but I just think it was a fluke victory for Republicans in 2016. Still think she would be able to carry it because then again, she has some populist issues. The turnout wouldn't crater for her in the state of Michigan. She would still get a pretty decent African American turnout in Detroit, which Hillary lacked back in 2016. But then again, Trump would pretty much easily win in this matchup against Williamson. She's just super far left on the issues, and I really don't think she would have that much of a shot. I think she's a pretty overrated candidate. So let me know what you think of this video in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.